Sean Myrie. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. The Down to Earth Network is also on all podcast platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Audio Mac, and all podcast platforms. We live and direct Eastern Time, lunchtime. So latest coming from, the man himself, a new update. Donald Donald Trump. Let's make a deal. He's talking about deals now, all types of stuff. So now it's let's make a deal. From saying he's going to destroy all of their civilization to now let's make a deal. So that's the recent news coming from him. Ceasefire for about uh, what 2 weeks, I'm guessing, or so. So he's giving them like 2 weeks, another 2 weeks, but he's saying that it looks like they could work out a deal. Now, if people, if you don't know, the main reason for Donald Trump to go to Iran or put the American military in that region is because he said, right, the supreme leader was horrible to his people, oppressing his people, eliminating his people. So that is the reason he sent America there. Now it's turned into something else. A oil, you know, money. We know war is money, but he's basically showing you his cards like, yo, I don't care about the people. I came just to capture because I don't like these guys. So it goes from saving the people to doing deals now, to negotiating now, because he's using the American military to try to extort another country for its whatever power, resources, all types of stuff. So now, Mr. Trump, let's make a deal. Let's make a deal, Trump. That's what he's claiming. For 2 weeks, he puts out a ceasefire. Before, they're saying he doesn't believe in ceasefires. There was a time when when he was promoting that there'll never be a ceasefire. But all of a sudden now, there's a ceasefire for 2 weeks. You see that he been bluffing? I've been telling you this shit. How this man's bluffing. People, bring up the likes if you can. Please subscribe. Now it's let's make a deal. He wants to make a deal with the Iranian regime. Get that, people. They haven't taken out the government yet. All the bombs they have put down there, they haven't shooken the government up that's in control now. But he called them terrorists. Remember that. So, does America make deals with terrorists? Correct me if I'm wrong. Does America make deals with terrorists? I remember from Clinton times and Obama or whoever was there, they say they don't make no deals with terrorists. So, how is Donald Trump saying that he's making deals with these terrorists? Is he bowing down to the supreme leader or the Revolutionary Guard? He makes it seem that he's all this so tough, right? He's so tough against the Revolutionary Guard, but he's making deals. Who is he making deals with? Are Americans, especially Americans, the whole world is wondering, who's he making deals with? So they threatened to strike Hormuz, and it's worked, right? They're saying after this ceasefire, it was supposed to open right back up. I'm hearing it's not opening. Ever since this whole thing with Trump talking, more fighting been going on. You're hearing that Israel is getting hit, or no, Lebanon is getting hit by Israel. Um, Iran, right after Trump said what he was saying just the other day, they sent some missiles to Israel. So what's going on? Are they taking America serious? No, it doesn't seem like they're taking Trump serious. Iran. They're calling him bluff. They're seeing he's trying to play play the game, but it's not really working in his favor right now. So there's a deal. Let's make a deal. This is Trump right over here, man. This is what he's doing, right? Making deals with terrorists. Do you guys agree with him making deals? See, the MAGA people right now, they're the most quiet right now. It's like the most embarrassing time for MAGA people. It's the most embarrassing time for MAGA people right now because they got this guy keep sending threats. It's not going through, right? And it's not really working. He keeps delaying, and now the latest he says, okay, we'll give them 2 weeks. I sent a threat out that they're gonna take them out in one night. He says we could take them out in one night, right? We could take them out in one night. And then he gave them a deadline until Tuesday. Remember, he gave them a deadline till Tuesday. And before that deadline, he was cursing. And then the last thing he said, he'll take out their entire civilization. Listen to this man. He sounds like a madman. Like if you are a Trump supporter, you must support some madness because all the stuff he's saying is crazy, right? If you're a MAGA person, you support some craziness he's saying, getting rid of their civilization. So he was basically saying he would unalive 92 million people. Hello, what you saying, Alex? He's saying he would unalive 93 or 92 million people, right? The deal, he said, there's no fighting, they claim. Remember, America, Trump said this because the Strat Hormuz, he's telling Iran to open it up. And I'm hearing it's not open. It's not open. So all the stuff Trump is putting out, it's a lot of garbage, right? So he's saying he stopped the bombing. That's what it is. He stopped the bombing, right? Much respect. He said he stopped the bombing. Do you remember the human chains they were making? That's what changed his mind. When he saw this, it could be AI too. They could fool Trump too. With all the women and children around the power plants. Remember that? That's recently. Around the power plants, they had women and children, human chain. So that was published, I seen promoted before Trump changed his mind all of a sudden and says, we're not going to bomb. So, and they were on bridges too. They show pictures of children on bridges. That's what he said he wanted to blow up. Remember, Trump said he wanted to blow up some bridges and he wanted to do all types of things, right? So now it's let's make a deal. This is my thing for the MAGA people. I want someone to debate me with this, right? Especially this, because he doesn't make any sense, right? He says he was going to Iran for the people, to save the people. And the people who are in the government are basically scumbags, bastards, evil, and they're the ones who's in control. And he's not he's making deals with them. That don't make no sense. So you're making deals with terrorists. America, Trump is basically telling you, whoever supports Donald Trump, he's making deals with terrorists. Much respect, Alex. He's making deals with terrorists. Anybody analyze that? They haven't taken out the regime. The regime haven't surrendered. When did we hear the news of all the people in charge of the supreme leader or the Revolutionary Guard? Did we hear that they're all eliminated? He says that he claims they got rid of a lot of them, but obviously somebody's in charge enough to still have their military sending missiles off to Israel and other places. Somebody's in control. So whoever's in control doesn't like America still, right? Still don't like America. So what is the deal, people? You know what the deal is? Do you guys want to know what the deal is? Okay, because I done my research. People, please subscribe, bring up the likes if you can. The deal was made by China and Pakistan. They were the mediators. That's what I'm hearing. Mediating a deal between America and Iran. It was China, and even Trump said this. China was behind them to give them the 2 weeks. The only reason, right, Trump gave 2 weeks ceasefire It's because China influenced it, right? So they're doing deals, backroom deals the population doesn't know. So why China and probably Pakistan they stepped in is because China has a lot of stuff to deal with that strat. Obviously that strat, Hormuz, is important for China. So whatever's getting slowed up in the strat, it's affecting China, it's affecting Pakistan, it's affecting a whole bunch of people. So China's probably talked to America some type of way, like saying, "Yo, we'll do you a favor if you do us a favor," because that's where they're getting a lot of their stuff from, right? So let's make a deal. It's gonna change maybe later on as time passes. I'm hearing recent news. Trump is once again threatening again, right? So it goes from ceasefire 2 weeks, and it seems like that ain't gonna happen. That ceasefire for 2 weeks is not gonna happen. I'm just telling you, the ceasefire is not gonna happen. So let's make a deal is not working. Let's make a deal. Trump keeps putting out all these things to tell us what is going on, and it's not really going on that way. So he says, "Yeah, we're making a deal, right? Giving them a ceasefire. I'm not gonna bomb them. I'm not gonna do all the stuff I said I would do." Right? He's backtracking. Now he's saying, "I'm not gonna do all the stuff I say I was gonna do," but it's not going well right now because ever since Trump spoke, more conflict been happening. Bombs been going off, like I said, in Beirut, Lebanon, Israel doing their thing, and then Trump is saying that Israel ain't listening to America. Like he you get what I mean? Like he's not happy with Netanyahu, how he's going on. So, you know, you're seeing beefs, even though they need each other, you're seeing something bubbling, right? So what's next? Making a deal. This is something people should remember for history. That Mr. Trump was trying to make a deal with the terrorists, even if you could say that's a war strategy or whatever strategy he's trying to use, just say that he was trying to make a deal with the terrorists. What happened about what happened to taking them out? What happened about taking out the regime that's oppressing the people? I got to remind people, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. What happened with that? Saving the people of Iran. No, that's not a deal anymore. So if he makes a deal, just say they were to make a deal, which the deal is so far, America will not hit their power plants. America will not take over Karg Island. Remember that island they were talking about with all the facilities and stuff? So they're not going to do that if Iran opens the strat. So that's what they're saying. If you guys allow the strat to open up and operate, we won't destroy your power plants and we won't bother going to the island and taking over or blasting those facilities fully because that's their crown jewel, I'm hearing, right? So that island, what they have these facilities on for the powering of or whatever they're doing, they're worth something a lot, even to America. They don't really want to damage them, right? They want them intact. But that's why Trump is talking, let's make a deal. This is like a game show to him. Let's make a deal. Before he's making these deals, he's having temper tantrums, getting angry with people, doing all types of stuff, having temper tantrums until he makes a deal. This is like the TikTok stuff. This is exactly how he was doing the TikTok stuff. Remember, people, even all the people who support Trump, isn't this his strategy? The TikTok stuff, he was threatening to ban it. He was threatening all types of stuff. And then he got his way. Now America controls a big percentage of the TikTok. It's no different than what he's doing right now. He wants to control the oil, right? He cares so much about America. America is affecting the world. It's affecting the world. It's affecting Canada. It's affecting China. They're affecting everyone with their dumb shit. Guess what? All those people who are cells are living in probably Canada. People have reported it. And the cells are living in probably the UK. And the cells are living in America. America is the news. Why do you care about rappers in America? Why do you care about celebrities? That's like asking that question. That's a stupid question. Why do you watch soccer and it's not American? Why do you come on? Something bigger than that. There's people from the UK talking about this. There's people from Australia talking about Trump all around the world. I'm definitely not the only but one. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I'm definitely not the only one. Let's make a deal. When Trump was mentioning Canada as the 51st state, ever since he became the president, he made that known in his whole whatever his campaign and talking about other countries. So you the big city 4165, you should know that if this man is talking about the world with terrorists, it's more than a local problem. It's an international thing. Everybody's talking about this fool right now. No different when people are talking about, like I said, the foolish distractions of rap beef. Why do you care about 50 Cent having beef with T.I.? Why do you care? That's in America. But you do report it, don't you? Stop that shit. Or you want me to talk about some Toronto rappers who are not going nowhere? I think you are from Toronto. You want me to talk about the rappers from Toronto who ain't going nowhere? The only one I'll talk about is Drake. Drake and maybe Pressa, and it's limited. So what are you going to talk about in Canada? We could talk a lot of stuff, how we provide the electricity for a lot of America, right? The lumber we provide for America. Without Canada's lumber, America is going to hurt. Without a lot of the natural resources from Canada, America gets hurt. So that's why when he was doing these tariffs and he was waking up other countries and making other countries angry with America, it created a dialogue, an international dialogue. And his whole tariffs is an economic war against the world. So any Tom, Dick, and Harry is talking about Trump and cares about what Trump does because Trump is affecting international shit. He's not talking about just making America great again. He's not concentrating on making America great again. He's concentrating on the world. Why does he care about Greenland? Why does Trump care about what Canada does? So when you're telling me that shit in the chat, it doesn't make no damn sense because Donald Trump's internationally known, right? They start buying Canadian when they start hiring Canadians. Yeah, they don't hire Canadians a lot of the times. That's true, right? They don't hire Canadians in Canada. They hire other people. It's probably no different in America. No different. But right now, the hypocrite is saying, let's make a deal. Who my question is, and all the professional people who know about this, who is he trying to make deals with? Analyze who's he making deals with. He says he's making deals, and the people who are in charge of Iran, right, is the Revolutionary Guard and the Supreme Leader people. And before he was saying how they're bums, right? How they're evil, and he wants to take them out. There's no deals. He told them to surrender. So I don't know what he's trying to do, if he thinks these people are all idiots, but so far, bluff, bluff, bluff. I called it a long time ago. This guy is a bluffer, and he. This is his strategy to see if you'll give in. So he's like, it's like he's gambling. He's hoping that who's ever in power will get so scared that they're going to submit. That's his weapon. He has to put out all these threats. This is his style. And if it doesn't work, it's like, what's the next level for him? So the way how he was talking is to hurt people, innocent people, by saying that all civilization would be taken out. He's the one who said this. All civilization can be taken out from Iran, taking them all out. Not the Revolutionary Guard, right? Not the Revolutionary Guard, but all. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. All. That's exposing this man is evil, or he doesn't care. All these politicians are the same. If you don't see it yet, friend, yes, I know they're all the same, but Donald Trump's not a normal politician. Donald Trump is an actor. Donald Trump is more than a politician. This guy is not no traditional politician. He was put there, I believe. He's not a normal politician. This man's a businessman. He probably gives a he criticized politics many times. I've seen this guy in interviews criticize politicians, saying our politicians are crooked, saying the same thing you just said. But now he's a politician, but he's not the normal politician. What people think, this guy is a little bit different. He's an opportunist, a narcissist, and he just wants control. So when he says let's make a deal, before he was saying this, he was saying he's gonna bomb the hell, bomb them off the hell into whatever, into hell, obliterate them. Like he uses all these words trying to scare the people, scare the Revolutionary Guard into giving up. Like, really, that's the real deal, is why he went there, is to take out, or why he brought the American military there, is to take out that regime. Now he's saying he's making deals. The whole point is, this is to show you who he really is. He's a businessman. He doesn't give a damn about the people, right? He doesn't care. He's just using the politics as a cover. He don't care about the people. Politics is just a cover. Now, he's after the money, because he's not going to be the president forever, right? He has what, 3 more years of destruction? He has 3 more years. He's not going to be the president forever. So for sure, he's making deals to line his pockets. Even if he's 82, 83 in a diaper shitting himself, he's planning to make this war benefit him. And he has sons. Remember, Donald Trump has sons. So they're not old. They could benefit from some stocks in the oil, or, the control. You got Venezuela, right? He got already the Middle East. He got Iraq, now Iran to add to the list. Whew. That's why he talks so bravely. He says, we don't need the Middle East oil. That's what he said. Donald Trump saying, we don't really need the Middle East oil, but basically he'll take it because he's so happy how he took over Venezuela. This man is giddy and very satisfied how the Venezuelans bow down to him. He even talked about, jokingly, I don't know, he could be serious, about being the president of Venezuela, right? But he said they have good leaders, whatever. He jokingly said, yeah, it was so easy in his head because they got the ex-president Maduro in America. So he's so confident how they bowed down to him that he could take over the country, saying he's the president. Probably can. The way how he's talking, probably can. He could, if you go the way how he's talking and how America has the control of that oil. That's why he's so confident that he could talk and say that America doesn't need the Middle East oil, because Venezuela, look up Venezuela's history. I don't need to tell you. If you know, Venezuela has a lot of oil. And on top of that, they got Iraq. They're just quiet with that. They got Iraq. So he wants to control. If you really look on it, and then they allow Kuwait and Saudi Arabia to do their things. So if you really look on it, America is putting the grip, the control, and China sees it on oil. He even boasted how now they got more oil than Russia. He boasted. He said they have more oil than Russia, and he was happy with that, right? Remember, all of this conflict is affecting Russia and China, two of the big powers. He knows that. By doing all of this affects Russia and China, and it doesn't really affect America as much, but it affects Russia and China. He knows that, and that's the way to beat, in his head, beat them economically in the war. Punish them, punish China and Russia by doing all of this. Trump really needs to get a grip. You think so? Yeah, you know what? All this, when he was cursing, saying F this, he dropped the F bombs, and how he's talking. Like, if you're going to threaten people, and people, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. This is what I'm going to tell you. If you're going to threaten people, why doesn't he threaten a revolutionary guard like that? He had to include, it's like he doesn't know better. That's what someone told me. He doesn't know the difference. He doesn't know the difference from the Revolutionary Guard and the people of Iran. So he includes all the Iranians in when he says he wants to destroy the civilization, and how he wants to just unalive all Iranians. I do, bro. He literally said a civilization ends tonight. Like, what? A president talks like that? Yeah, a civilization ends tonight. Yeah, a civilization ends tonight. You know what he's saying? Like, I don't think, some people might give him the excuse he doesn't know better what he's saying, but check this. When you analyze it, a civilization ends tonight. He's saying he want to unalive all of them. He doesn't care about the Iranians. And all the Iranians who was dancing in America or Canada in the streets for Trump doing all this shit. It's like he don't give a damn about you. How do you feel about that? Or are you thinking, oh, he's senile now? He doesn't know what he's saying because he's old. This man says, like what you said, he said, literally said, a civilization ends tonight. Not the Revolutionary Guard, which is maybe a couple thousands. He's saying something else. Well, big city thinks they're all talk like that? No. Some, Trump is talking though. Trump is talking. Trump is the talker. He's the talker because I witnessed this. I've been documenting this for the last couple months, and in the weeks up to this, it's pure stalling. Oh, you get 5 days, 10 days, and now he gives them another 10 days, and now he stops the bombing. But really, they don't want to admit that Iran, if America's so powerful, why is Iran able to control the Strait Hormuz? That shows you it's not all what you think. America is so powerful they could go over there, take over, but they can't do it like that. Why? Because internationally, all these, it would affect a lot of different countries, and he doesn't want that. Trump is way out of pocket for sure. See, people are saying it. The much respect, the quick queen. I don't know if I said it right. Yes, you're right. Yep, he's out of pocket. He's out of pocket. Two people said that so far in the chat. Yeah, he's definitely out of pocket. I feel a lot of his supporters, right, the people who were supporting him, a lot of them are starting to turn their backs. I feel a lot of them are starting to turn their backs on him. The ones who, because you're seeing a civil, and I was saying this even in another episode. I call this Let's Make a Deal. And let me just educate you guys about this, right? This is more than just a war. There's so much other things tied into this. This is, I said it over and over again, the ultimate distraction. It's a distraction from dirty things, right? This whole war, even, and this Venezuela and let's make a deal shit with Iran and Israel. All of this is linked to the Epstein shit. It goes all the way back to this because war, right, is controlled by wealthy people. It's not cheap for war, and it makes money. They could test their toys also. So imagine, and it's like a movie. Imagine all these dirty men who are doing things for so much years. wealthy men like Trump in a club, even if Trump wants to deny he wasn't part of the Epstein files, that you're hearing now, and they're trying to make it like because the victims, protecting the victims, all these wealthy people like Trump who touch little girls or underage children are less news and to prosecute, but you rather. So I guess this is the way: start a war claiming you care about people, and you don't give a shit about the people because you're not saying that. You're saying something else right now. You're not talking about a regime. You're talking about making deals with the terrorists. It went from protecting people because they're protesting in Iran to now, oh, the Strat, damn, these guys closed the Strat. Oh, the Strat, what? Who gives a shit about the Strat? I thought you're there to liberate the people, not to care about the Strat. Why do you care so much about the Strat if you're there to fight for the people to be liberated and to take out the regime? You see how I break it down? Bullshit. You know that. Anybody with common sense knows it's bullshit. And people, please bring up the likes and subscribe. So there's a lot of bullshit Trump been telling people, which I know. I seen it from afar. I seen it years ago. I seen this coming from when Russia was fighting or still fighting with the Ukraine. You have to remember, this is not really new. American dollars and taxpayers, they're paying for a lot of these wars. Ukraine, America was supplying or still supplying a lot of backing to fight Russia. So they're just quiet now. Canada's more in the forefront. But correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't America helping the Ukraine to fight Russia? So meanwhile, a lot of you guys think World War III wasn't going on. It's in motion. World War III has been going on because you have to understand the definition how World War III works. There's all different fights on different fronts. And that's what's going on right now, all over the world. And they're not telling you. Afghanistan, the other day, they're saying they're fighting with Pakistan. Afghanistan, the so-called terrorists, the Taliban, that America said they were going after. Guess what? Guess who's in control of there? Right? It's the Taliban. The people who are in control of Afghanistan is the Taliban again. The same group, right, in the Bush era claims were the terrorists. And now they're controlling the government in Afghanistan. So now this war is just to cover up these dirty rich men who, because social media has been big, it just came out and is getting more exposed be- right now, right? The last arrest, big arrest associated with this was Prince Andrew in the UK, and they released him, and that didn't really go viral that much. They released the guy from, the royal family, right? The king's brother. They released him. But now they're doing investigations in the UK. They're going after people. I'm hearing, right? Yeah, the war is totally different since World War II. Yes, it's an economic war. It's a digital war. It's like what they've been putting in the movies for a good while. Trump recognized the Taliban as a government, so he recognized the terrorists. Then that wouldn't be a surprise. So basically, this president is recognizing terror because I'm not gonna say it because I've done my research on the Taliban. The Taliban is basically like a tribe or like a clan. There's millions of Taliban people from that group what were in Pakistan, right? For generations. Millions of Taliban. And I think that's how the conflict is going on right now. And then there's the Taliban in Afghanistan. So I don't know, is there a good Taliban? Because how they used to describe the Taliban, correct me if I'm wrong, 9/11 times as terrorists in Afghanistan. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because, bin Laden was part of the Taliban. wasn't he? Right? Trump wants to be able to rule through terror. Yeah, until he's dead. He wants to do it until his time comes. Guaranteed. Trump wants to be able to rule through terror. Yeah, he's ruling through terror and technology. Terror and technology. Now, I'm going to break it down. Let's make a deal, right? Because he that's how he got TikTok, like I told you. He done the same thing before. So, when Elon Musk was with him, which he's still with him, that brought in the new age. Just think of it. His association with Elon Musk is very big. Elon Musk was like an advisor to be around him more than usual for the time he's been around Trump. Trump's a billionaire. He got, his people still to help him. But Elon Musk came in, and the only reason Trump put him in that spotlight is because he was introducing to Trump a lot of things. Now, that's why you see Trump with Truth Social, his own social media site. Who you think influenced that? Elon Musk influenced that, right? Um, Elon Musk influenced a lot of stuff. And then Elon Musk claimed that he left or some shit, like some disagreement. No, they still are working together, but it's just more like trying to play undercover, right? Because remember, Elon Musk got those electric cars, what he was promoting, and China came in front of that. So we don't know, like I'm saying, China just made a deal with Pakistan to talk to America, and it says let's make a deal. They're saying maybe you guys could make a deal. Maybe you guys could control the strat together. I don't know if that's real news or fake news, but that's what I've heard as I don't know. Either way, why does America have to be there? We shouldn't even be talking about this. Why does America have to be at the strat? Why do they give a shit about that? Right? Why do they care? Because Iran shut it down. But why is the focus so much on the strat and not the focus on the people? So he gives them 10 days or so. Now, 10 long days. Now, after 10 days, do we think anything's going to change? Is he going to bring the surprise bombing, what we've been he been talking about for so long? Is he going to get rid of their civilization? Is he going to eliminate them like how he was talking? You know what I'm betting? That he's going to give them more days. I'm calling it. I think he's going to give them, even after the 10 days, he's going to give them another 10 days. Distraction from the other hinders things he does. Yes. And there's proof out there. The proof's in the pudding, like you were saying, right? The proof's in the pudding, because there's a lot of stuff, and I dig, even though this, this is the big story, Donald Trump. I dig. Right now, there's a thing regarding, I think, a real estate fraud, right? Someone was telling me about a name to look up, Letitia Jackson. I think it's Letitia Jackson, right? Bless up, Honest Dave. Letitia Jackson, and regarding some big story with Trump, and that's getting covered up. And I'm gonna actually do an episode just on that. I'm gonna do more research. One of my viewers were telling me about that. Look that up, Letitia Jackson. So that, I don't know if it's real news, but I've been hearing this come up over and over again. And remember when they're looking at Donald Trump's, they're trying to look at his tax history and how he was hiding it. That's why they were prosecuting him. That's why he became a felon, because the 34 charges, right? The president stuff saved him. The president stuff saved him. So you got to think of it. Being the president saved them from the prosecution of the 34 charges. So now he's the president, but they're bringing it up. It's coming back to haunt. But that story is getting buried, people. On this platform or on other platforms, they will suppress certain things. I test sometimes. They will suppress the info. If I know something, and I put it together and it comes out later like, oh, I predicted, they don't like that shit. I seen it. Like I said, they're doing a filtration right now for people who might, put the pieces to the puzzle before they show you. I have exposed that on this platform, many episodes, right? So what's coming up next? They always have a distraction. Um, they're trying to get Trump for some big fraud stuff with real estate, right? He's a real estate man. But this whole war overshadowed that stuff. Past Epstein stuff is popping up again, but it's like every time it pops up, they knock it right down. Yes, they hate the truth. They like the lies, eh? Let me tell you guys this. It's funny, and I'm going to test it. I don't know, you could get in trouble for this, but this is what it is. And I don't think you could get in trouble for this. You report, okay, like they hate the truth, right? You do some fake news and you know it's the fake news. You know it's something fake shit, but it's attractive. You see the difference, right? Because, for example, I'm going to give you guys an example how it works. And this is like a cheat thing, what some journalists do, but it could screw up your integrity. There was Vlad. When Vlad reported something, he was talking about Jay-Z, right? In some conspiracy against Tory Lanez. And when he mentioned that, Jay-Z's a rapper, if you don't know, from America. Tory Lanez locked up, a rapper, if you don't know, right? He was spilling a conspiracy that Jay-Z set Tory Lanez up, rocking like this whole thing. A lot of people believed it at first. Thousands, millions were believing it. People loved it. The story was going viral. I never seen almost a story in a long time go so viral that people were actually believing it, debating it. And then he came out later on and told people that he was joking. And even though he told people that he was joking about it, people believe it still. Like they're forcing the belief, the lie, what he put out. They were forcing him saying, no, it's for real. But he's telling people it's a lie, right? So you see, how the news is like the weather, genetically modified. Yes, especially now. So because now the internet is big, it's not like just cable anymore, right? And I'm telling you guys, because this guy's saying, let's make a deal, and I'm breaking it down. They don't like this because I see the evidence right now. YouTube, bless up to YouTube. I'm the exposer, but I don't like to expose it too much. Like right now with my stream right now, I seen them play with my streams. Even the streaming quality, all my voice my mouth is moving more faster. They're playing with it. There's evidence until they fix it. You could check the network until they fix it. Right? I got good internet, but you'll see my mouth move and the audio move differently. That just started. About a month ago, when I went on live, right? I could hear them talking. It cut through my stream, my live stream. They're talking. So they do watch. Remember shadow banning and stuff? They do watch people who speak the truth and see through the bullshit, right? And they just watch. They want to see something. And then they'll probably filter you out, which they're doing now. Yeah, I got banned from the UK. Hard to have sympathy for him. Oh, you're talking about Ye? Oh, he's another distraction too, because that's a big story right now that he got banned. Remember, he's Make America Great Again too. He's a big Make America Great Again person supporting Trump. So he's banned. It doesn't help that Trump's doing all this other stuff and he supports Trump. But he's banned because the prime minister banned him. The prime minister banned him, saying that because the prime minister supporting the Jewish community. So Trump, he think the reason Ye talks like that and certain people are talking more is because of Donald Trump. Donald Trump been encouraging this type of behavior of so-called freedom of speech. So ever since Donald Trump became the president, someone like Kanye West aligned himself with Donald Trump because Kanye West wants to be like Donald Trump with that type of power, right? Yeah, that's why they banned him. But right now, let's make a deal. How do you feel? How do you guys feel who are the MAGA people that this guy, your president, is making deals? How do you feel? Because right now, that's funny. Mr. Trump is making deals. I don't believe it, and I don't think the Revolutionary Guard believes it. Is Trump as bad as comply or what you guys say? Rick Campanelli. Is Trump as bad as who? I don't know who. You got to tell me. Everyone wants to be heard and won't hear the truth, bro. I know. Hmm. But listen, this is how the algorithm works. They put distractions out there, which should be talked about more than this shit, right? More than the war. The war, as funny as it is not really important. It's important to Trump. It's not really important to Americans. I'm putting my money on that. It's not important to Americans. It's important to Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about nobody. What we should be talking about is the Epstein files that all these dirty ass wealthy men are in these files. But they made up a situation to say they're protecting the victims. Which way is it? Is don't the aren't the victims don't the victims want these men exposed, or did the victims get paid off? That's where I'm at with that. Did some of the, I'm it sounds like some of the victims got paid off, so that's why the files ain't going through. Let me know. It's a chess game, bro. While you're looking over here, they're doing some. Of course, I know that. I always say that. Meanwhile, they're still doing stuff in South America. They've been going after the cartel, the so-called cartels in South America. They're still active there. Meanwhile, they're over in the Middle East. Meanwhile, they're in America. I broke it down a lot of times. And the ICE is doing shit. Domestic war. So I'm hearing from some Americans, let me know, not all Americans, that it's bad in where they live. More worse. It's like that's what he wants. The police state is already there, but even worse. Now, when you have these ICE people out in the streets feeling that they could do whatever they want and they're not going to get in trouble, right? Because they're trying to get illegal people, and it's not really just illegal people. People, everybody, you could be American or undocumented. That's who they're going after. So, yes, you're right. A distraction from what's going on in America, of course, and some other stuff. So, this is the question I would like to ask, especially to my American folk, right? Because we talk about distractions all the time. This war, what's happening in the Middle East or away from America, thousands of miles or whatever away from America, what do you think is the biggest distract? What is the what are they trying to distract the world from what's really going on in America? This war is obviously the distraction. So what are they trying to distract people from what's really going on in America? What is going on? And when you dig, I guarantee the longer America's in this war overseas, right? The longer, right? There's going to be a lot of things going on because war is a good tool to distract people. You're right. You hit it on the spot, honest Dave. Poverty, poverty. You're right. Poverty. You're right. Hmm. Poverty. It's let me get Bless up. Bless up. So yeah, poverty. Just had to get my drink. Yeah, that's what it is. It's poverty right now. A lot more poverty guaranteed is going on in certain parts of America where they haven't seen it before. Um, I don't hear any great financial stuff what he's doing for Americans. That's why they hate Tom McDonald so much because he speaks the truth in songs and calls them out. Do you know who Tom McDonald is? Let me ask you that question, Honest Dave. I want to do an episode on that guy. You're probably a fan of him. That's why they hate Tom McDonald so much because he speaks the truth in songs and calls them out. Isn't he for Trump? I don't know. I swear he was a Trump lover. Wasn't he promoting Trump? Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he promoting Trump? I know about Tom McDonald a little bit. I know he tries to speak the truth as he's putting in the songs, right? You know where Tom McDonald's from? Tom McDonald. Where Tom? He's a big supporter of MAGA. Nah, he's conservative. Yeah, so he would be supporting Donald Trump. He supports Donald Trump. I swear he was supporting Donald Trump. Right? Do you know where he's from though? I just want to know if you know where Tom McDonald's from. Because it's funny how he talks, like he's a big patriot of America, but then he's not really American, right? He's not American. I don't know if you didn't know. Maybe you might know because if you're a real fan, you'll know that Tom McDonald's Canadian. I think he's from, where's that place in Canada? Is it Newfoundland or something? Or Halifax, either Halifax or Newfoundland. Tom McDonald's from there. He's a Canadian. And I don't know when he went to America, but I know that it's kind of funny when I seen him and I done my research how much he promotes being like he's full-blooded American, like he has generations in America, but he's a Canadian. He's no different than Drake. Yeah. Yeah, man, he's from Canada. See, is that a shock to you, Dave? Honest Dave? I want to know how much people do know. That means that I have a story to tell, right? I have a story to tell. If you don't know, you didn't know? Yeah, I want to know if you know. Talking about Tom McDonald, he's a big patriot. He talks about gays, but isn't his wife? I think so. Probably, he looks freaky and stuff. Tom. So wait, did you think he was American? That's my question. Let's make a deal because he's a big Trump supporter, man. For an artist besides Kid Rock and who else? Besides Kid Rock, it's him. I've been seeing promote Trump. People bring up the likes if you can. Please subscribe. Yeah, besides Kid Rock, it's been him, Tom McDonald, big rapper. It's funny, he's a rapper, and I'd never seen any other people in the culture of hip hop recognize that guy. I never seen anybody in the culture of hip hop talk about that guy. Um, and besides Drake, it's like you got me pivoted in the music stuff. Even though I'm talking about Donald Trump, let's make a deal. Besides Drake, the biggest rapper from Canada is funny, and I'm surprised the people from Toronto have or Canada don't say it. It's Tom McDonald. Dax too, yeah. So you know Dax. You know what? He's the black. You know what? You got me making another episode, man. What you just kind of waked me up because I'm here like this Dax guy. Be honest, I never knew he was Canadian, and then I seen him big. He's big in America. Tom McDonald too. He's big in America, but they promote Drake. So really now, and you got me doing a segment now already. Drake, okay, besides Drake, the biggest rappers from Canada is Tom McDonald and Dax. Yeah, I gotta put this one up, man. Thanks for that. That's definitely an episode. I'll do some more research and stuff when those guys started. Those are the three, but let's make a deal. Like you brought up Tom McDonald, he loves Donald Trump, but he's really a Canadian. Um, Trump is going to be talking a whole bunch of Trump shit, right? As days go along. I'm hearing he's already threatening, changing his vibes already. I'm hearing Donald Trump already put out threats. So, how long will this ceasefire last? Do you think this ceasefire is going to last for 2 weeks? 2 weeks is stretching it even more. Like you've been given all these delays and delays and delays. So 2 weeks and there's going to be a deal. What's the deal? What's the deal? Like, don't you guys want to know what the hell is the deal? Well, I told you guys earlier what the deal is. The deal is what Iran is basically dealing. They said some 10-point thing that America will not hit their plans, those plans, the power plans, right? And they won't go to the Karg Island and hit anything or destroy it. But in return, Iran must open the Strat for business. So you're telling me after if they open the Strat, common sense people, say Iran opens the Strat for business, is that going to stop America? That's my question. If they open the Strat for business, will that stop America from continuing anything? So they're basically saying, damn, you guys use that Strat to stop us from doing any bombing. So let's tell them we're not going to bomb any bases. We're not going to, I mean, they already bombed the bases. I mean, bomb the power plants. And let's tell them that we won't go to the island, but they'll open the Strat for all of you guys, China, India, all of you guys, you'll get your stuff. I'm sorry for making you all angry. You'll all get it. Strat open, but we won't bomb them. That's the deal. It all depends on how much they pay them. Let's make a deal. Trump says he follows Jesus Christ, but says he praises Allah. Did he say he praises Allah? I can imagine him saying that. People bring up the likes if you can. Please subscribe. So wait, did he say that? And he said praise Allah? You know what? He does talk a lot about Jesus. He does talk about a lot about Jesus. It makes you wonder, does he even believe in God? Because there's some people who hide behind that shit too, right? And then he says he praises Allah. Let's make a deal. This is like his show, right? The Apprentice. I wonder, was there a part in his show where he said, let's make a deal? I guarantee if I look that up, that part where in his Apprentice show, study that Apprentice show, that's what he's doing now. If he has a part in that show where he says, let's make a deal, this is how he does his negotiations. This is his pattern. Remember, he had the show The Apprentice. So he's kind of managing America like it's his show. That's what he's doing. Don't you notice when he goes on stage, he loves going on stage and having all these people stand, before him or behind him. He loves that shit. They all have to listen to him. He's thinking, yeah, right? I was a billionaire. People listened to me before, but now I'm the president and I got money. You all have to listen to me, right? Even if you don't like me, you gotta still listen to me. That's how he's thinking. This guy, him, right there, who you see in the white. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff, man. Dictator always loves being shared. Yes, yes, guaranteed. And that's why he kidnapped the president from Venezuela and his wife. Imagine how he's thinking. Like, yeah, like that's a big move. No one's even talking about that. Like, he has this guy locked in some type of prison or someplace, right? I don't know if he's drinking coffee with him and really nice, or he's like grilling him in some type of way, or like making fun of him. Basically, either way, that's a big symbol that he arrested the president of Venezuela. Now, to people, for example, that's an example. Do you think this guy's gonna stay in prison, or do you think he's gonna release him like he released the guy from I think was it Nicaragua or something? A guy who president who they claim was doing a lot of supporting drug cartels, thought millions and millions of drugs into America. He released them. Trump. He released a guy like that not too long ago. So Maduro, this is what's gonna happen. Maduro is gonna get released, people. Maybe before Puffy. Maduro is gonna be released from prison unless they're locking him up for a M. Unless they're locking him up for a M, right? Unaliving people, he's gonna be out of prison. His wife is definitely gonna be out of prison. So they done this. Maybe he's all CIA. We don't even know. He could be all CIA and shit like that, right? Already sold out from the other guy before. Remember, the other guy before was what America had problems with before Maduro. Is it Chavez? Was it Hugo Chavez? Remember that guy? He was running it for a long time, way before Maduro. So if I was to do a pod on that, I guarantee Maduro wouldn't be surprised. Maduro's CIA, right? There for the term after Chavez, because that's the guy they hated to the core. But now they're gonna come back to Cuba too and make a deal. I don't think he wants to make any deals with Cuba. He just wants to take that shit over, right? I think Cash is in on it to bro. He's in the files too. Cash Patel. Oh yeah, you're right. If you're saying Cash Patel, oh yeah, because when I done my research on it, and I done a couple episodes, right? Um, he's the guy who was organizing all the files, what was being released. He's the guy who was helping filtering out all the files before it was released. So yeah, you got that. Cash Patel definitely sees a lot of the stuff. He's the FBI. He knows a lot. And you know what? People are keep talking about him getting fired. I don't think so. And if he does, that's bad for Trump. That's his main guy. More than the vice president. Cash Patel is like very important. He don't want to fire that guy. I can't see that. Mm-mm. And if he even changed his position, like if he had to leave as the head of the FBI, they would put him in another position. That guy, he likes what he's been doing. They think Americans are stupid, bro. Nah, we waking up. No, not all Americans are stupid. No, but the ones what are being promoted out in the public, they're showing the stupid ones a lot of the times, right? And that's what people get entertained by. People are entertained by the clown show, right? If you're too knowledgeable or you're trying to break down something like what I'm doing, you're not gonna get the spotlight, right? So, yeah, Americans are not stupid. A lot of it ain't stupid, but some of them voted. There's always both sides, right? There's a lot of stupid ones too who do believe in Trump. I seen ones come on here call Trump God. I seen ones come on here say Trump is Christ. So there's a lot of stupid, smart Americans, intelligent Americans, brothers and sisters, and then there's a lot of stupid ones too. That's in every country. That's in every country. But at least recognize that there's a lot of stupid idiots. And the ones who are controlling the government right now, clearly, to a population in America, are stupid. Right? A lot of people don't think Donald Trump is smart. I'm not saying he are intelligent. People make fun of him, right? But guess what? He's in charge. He is in charge right now, and he's making deals. He's making deals with the Iranian regime. That's what's so, like, this is to show you they can brainwash people so much, unless they're like me and a couple few, to realize the bullshit that from the start, that this guy's main thing for going to Iran was nothing to do with no oil. Had nothing to do with oil. Nothing to do with oil. He didn't go to Iran. Well, people are gonna say yes, that's why he's really there, but that's not what he said. So that shows you he's a liar. He should be impeached for lying, right? It's like Bush in the beginning, the second Iraq war, how they said there was weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Now it's 2026, 25 years after, you still don't have no weapons of mass destruction. They haven't found anything, and they were there for years. So are people's brains rotten, or do they really have a lot of people brainwashed more than ever? Not to see, for example, what I just told you. They said there was weapons of mass destruction in the last conflict. Now this one now, before he even went there, he said, "Oh, they're enriching. They're trying to make a nuclear weapon and stuff like that. They're killing the people. They're horrible to the people." And we're gonna go there to help and knock them out. But now it goes from helping people to helping ourselves. That's where it goes from. They think Americans are so yeah. It goes from helping people to helping themselves. So let's make a deal. It's like, hey, I'm trying to make some money here, people. To the Americans, I'm trying to put some money in my pocket. So yeah, I'm gonna make a deal with the terrorists, no matter what. The people who've been unaliving their own people in the streets, the people who just they unalived the athlete, right? You remember he was in on the court thing. You know, they're showing the individuals. They claim that they done something. They done something to an officer, Iranian officer, the athlete, the wrestler, the famous wrestler. I guess I don't know if you guys know that story, but they had three of them in a courtroom, and they're gonna hang them, right? So what I'm basically telling you is it funny? It's not funny, but it is funny that Trump is talking to make a deal. These are the people I'm illustrating to you. He's making a deal with the oppressors. So he don't give a shit about no Iran. He only cares about the oil. He's just not saying it fully like that. It's better off Trump just says we want to take over your country's oil system because you we feel you ain't running it right. You're a threat to my friend Israel. That's what it is. He's basically saying you're a threat to my friend Israel, and we just want to take over everything. And people, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, right? But like I'm saying, when you speak the truth, people don't like. People like the lies, right? Right now, for example, on the platforms, they've been doing a filtration, like I'm saying, monitoring who is, influencing people, what information is going out, especially in the times of war, because it's very sensitive. And that's why Trump made up his campaign called fake news. So and that's why we're in the age of AI and fake news. So even the truth, right, they could twist it to look like a lie. And the lie, they can make it look like the truth. Hear what I'm saying? The lie, they'll make it look like the truth. And the truth, they'll make it look like the lie. And they will play with your brain. And that's why when he says, let's make a deal, he's like disrespecting the American population. He's disrespecting the American military that's in the Middle East by saying that he wants them to make a deal to benefit from oil because all the rest of the world is saying Iran closed the strait because America is attacking them. They use that for their defense. America will not hit Iran there. So they're using that for their defense. Let's close this shit up. If they keep bombing us, we will close it. And that's the only reason Donald Trump gave a ceasefire 10 days to Iran or Israel too. Remember, Israel is there. Don't forget. The truth offends people because it threatens their delusions. I like that what you just said. That's a good one. Honest Dave, you're really honest. The truth offends people because it threatens their delusions. Yeah. You know what the delusions is? I like what you said. I had to read that 2 times. The delusion is they want everything to be okay. That's all right. They want everything to be okay to live. That's why some people they say, I don't watch the news or what's that. Imagine there's some people very clueless, and this is dangerous, that will not they'll just fly anywhere in the world, not even knowing what's going on in the world, right? They'll go to any country not even doing research. I hate to think now in this age people are like that. I would think that you do your research before you go anywhere, right? Put that on a shirt, bro. Fuck. Yes, yes. Put that on a t-shirt. Yeah. The truth offends people because it threatens their delusions. Yeah, right. Yeah, man. I probably do that just for you. And wear it on I'll wear it one day on the live just for you. What you're saying. It's true. It's true. That's a big one, man. Because people, when you speak the truth, because I see it in the algorithm too, even on Instagram, when I post some of these clips after, people are watching, but you can see the algorithm, or sometimes I know Instagram's algorithm, they'll work against you because it's certain type of content, right? So they'll filter that shit out. They don't want, because remember, Instagram's an American platform. So certain things they'll make it go through, but certain things they won't. So if it's too, like I said, down to earth and it's not too much makeup shit, and it's like someone like me, they will dumb that shit down and give, and some people do pay for their views and give more algorithm to some bullshit because that's a way to suppress and control, because how people communicate and view things through media is through their phones, through their smart TVs, right? That's how people are viewing things and hearing about information. So when you're given some information and they see that you ain't no fool, that's what they call this thing called shadow ban. You ever heard of shadow ban? They could be doing that now. I believe they were doing. Maybe they still are doing it to me, but to us, they do the shadow banning is for real. It's a real thing, but they can't control it fully. The algorithm is very powerful now, especially with AI. It's a little bit different their type of way how they do their shadow banning, for example. But like this, what I'm spitting to you guys. Let's make a deal. Um, how much more deals are we gonna get? How much more deals we're gonna get from Donald Trump? Is he gonna stop playing with America's military and money? Because that's what he's doing. Monopoly. It's his monopoly right now. He could do what he wants. Correct me if I'm wrong. Who's stopping him? He's been testing everyone. He said it himself from his mouth. He said no president could get away with the ish he's been doing. People, bring up the likes if you can. Please subscribe, support the platform. Down to Earth Podcast, Down to Earth Network is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all podcast platforms. So he's been telling people this, right? He's been saying, yo, I could do anything. No president has gotten away with the stuff he's been getting away with. What does that mean? That means he knows he's doing bad. He knows he's doing certain things where they're not by the book or his book. I guess in his head, it's okay because he's doing it, right? That's why he said it from his mouth, the horse's mouth. No other president could get away with the stuff he's done, right? So when they want to impeach him, can they use that against him? Isn't that a case to impeach this orange guy? That he even admitted that no president could do what he has done. So here he goes again. Let's make a deal. Threatening a whole population, civilization, destruction, termination. What shook up Trump? I'm going to tell you why he changed. From bombing to annihilation to let's make a deal. This is what got him. The people, his administration, watched the human chain. I don't know if it was AI. I'm still wondering if it was AI. Can't put nothing past it. But if it's AI, they fooled America. But the human chain of women and children around the power plants, all holding hands. They had children showing children like they're doing a parade on bridges. So they made what, a day for all the children to go out on bridges with I guess like some type of shit. That's how they put it out there. And after that, an hour later, you hear Trump, no, we're stopping the bombing. No bombing on Iran. 2 week ceasefire. Trump belongs in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, bro. Yeah. You know what? You know what? He reminds me of one of the characters, but just a big version of the workers, right? With the orange face and stuff. Right now, this man is an old man. Let's be straight up. And when people talk about old people, most of the time, the stereotype of it shouldn't be that they're not right in their head what they're doing, right? So remember, this man's even past 75. He's 80 years old. So he was making fun of Biden because he's saying, Biden, you see how he's going on? He's not going on proper and shit like that. He's basically old. He was making fun of Biden. So imagine him now. You're 82, you're old too. So you're probably doing shit like Biden. The same stuff you're criticizing Biden for, being like, yo, you're not focused. Are you focused right now? Is he focused? That's why they're scared to have a young president. Yes. Well, you know who's working him out? I told people this at least 4 times. Who's laughing behind the scenes is his vice president. That he wouldn't mind if Trump croaked today. He wouldn't mind if Trump was to get a heart attack and fall and die on the floor. Vance is waiting for that. You could see he's young. Vance is a young guy. So Trump being sick or gone, that would make him the president for 3 years. You know that? Think of it. If Trump was to just fall on the ground, die today, there still be the Republicans in charge, and Vance would have 3 years. And then he could run again for the president. So imagine that. I'm calling that. I don't want to call death on him, but it's possible, right? There's all those conspiracies about Donald Trump getting either assassinated or dying. So when you see Vance, all I see is like he is opportunist, because when you look up Vance, his background, this guy didn't like Trump. Look up Vance, he never liked Trump. Now he's all of a sudden pro Trump. He's with Trump all of a sudden, people. Gotta look on that. I seen something on Vance. He was a little bit more chubbier, but he didn't have a lot of good things to say about him. So it's like, oh, this damn idiot made me the vice president? Okay, let's go do all these things, go to the war, and hopefully let's see if we could burn him out. But then Trump is tough too. He's probably thinking the same thing. This guy, shit, he's too good. Yo, I have to stay up. I gotta take my vitamins because anytime if I get sick or I can't work, this guy's gonna take over my shit. Yeah, Trump's thinking like that. He's thinking anytime I'm sick or I'm in a position where I'm like, I can't run the country, this guy's taking over my stuff. Get ready, people, for a Vance president. Do you think Donald Trump's going to live for the next 3 years? Anything could happen to anybody, but he has a greater risk. He's old. It sounds bad to follow everybody, but he's old, right? Got to go, man. Keep speaking the truth. Much respect, man, Honest Dave. Much respect for tuning in. But yeah, he's old. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't give a damn. He don't care, right? He's thinking he could go any time because he's old. So if you were put in that position and you have all that power, right? All that power, what would you do? You could do good for the world. He thinks he's doing good for the world. Or you could do real bad things, which some people, bad is good for them. Everybody has a different definition. But right now, Trump is making deals with the enemy. You could call it sleeping with the enemy. Donald Trump. Look at that. This is how it looks. Look at that. This is exactly how it's going on. Shaking hands, right? Saying, yes, I made a deal with Iran, and I don't give a damn about you damn Americans. That's what he's saying. He says, I don't give a shit about my people. Who cares? All I want is to line my pockets and my son's pockets, and I'm finished or dead. So they will benefit from all of this. Yeah, who gives a damn about those people who voted for him? He don't give two issues about any of you. All he cares about himself and his sons and daughters to be ready or like they're already billionaire. He's already a billionaire, but even more, right? His legacy. But people, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Many things coming up, right, on the Down to Earth Network. This was an early one. You could check out all the episodes, people. All the episodes. I got a lot of them, right? So this one is a let's make a deal. So will other people feel this deal because the gas prices been high? Is the deal gonna help the gas prices go back down? So if Trump manages to make that happen, then a lot of people will praise him. If he can but he made the situation anyways. So you got to look through that bullshit. He's the only reason all the oil gone up, and now if he claims there's a deal, if they open the strat and that affects the oil to go down, it will look good on him because he'll look like he's the savior for the world's oil. But he made that damn situation. You gotta look on it. Reverse psychology, make a situation, make then Iran shuts the strat. I think they kind of like that. Iran shutting the strat makes all these other countries, kind of worry. Then Donald Trump sees the effect, and then he uses that effect against, and it's working. It is definitely working. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. It's definitely working right now. So, what more deals do you think he's gonna do? What more deals? FIFA soccer is coming up, right? FIFA World Cup. He's even talking about changing the name of football to soccer in America. Isn't that crazy? Because he says soccer is really football. Listen to that. People, even check what he's saying. The MAGA people who support this guy. He's saying to change the name, even though it sounds whatever correct, but he's saying a historical name like football, the NFL, should change it from football, the sport name, to another name because he said so. It's crazy, people. This guy is off the rockers. But the next deal, we shall see. He was trying to make deals with Netflix and Warner Brothers. He was trying to do something like that too. That was a couple months ago. He was trying to benefit from the Disney and the like all of that stuff with the corporations trying to like buy each other out. He was trying to put himself into that too. Anything what goes on international, he puts himself in there. Even the damn Olympics, what passed, the Winter Olympics, he put himself like he was the winner of the whatever the world hockey, Olympic championship. He put an AI video out of him scoring the winning goal. You see? That's how he thinks, right? He's the one. He wants people to say it's him, praise him, Donald Trump, making deals every day. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Bring up the likes if you can. This is the Down to Earth Network. Got some more episodes coming up. If you guys have any ideas, any subjects, what I haven't covered, you could put it in the chat, and I will definitely do that or do the research for it. I will do the full research for it. One thing I want to do there, which I notice is coming up, I'm seeing it in the algorithm, and I've been telling people this for a good time, is the gangs in America. That the gangs are created by the government. Now, which I think I've done an episode a long time ago, I'm gonna look it up. Now I'm seeing in America content makers all of a sudden picking up that algorithm. Now they're waking up. I've been knowing that for years, right? I broke that down a couple months ago. I'll break it down again. How the gangs, right, was created in America by the American government, if you want to call it the CIA, right? And to control populations and environments, the gangs. So I'll come with an episode like that and break it down to you, right? People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Bring up the likes. What you saying, people? The biggest news right now is this guy. I don't care what stories out there, what story they're talking about in rap or whatever celebrity shit. The biggest character in all social media, and he likes this shit, is Donald Trump. Nobody else. Nobody else. He's the talk of the world, not just America, everywhere. Every time this guy goes on his Truth Social, every time when he says something, it's amplified, and and he says a lot of shit on top of it. So this deal, this must be like the third, fourth deal so far I've been hearing about. First, it's negotiations too. Yeah, he had the negotiations. Was negotiating, negotiating. Then he started to curse them out, and now it's back to, and then he threatened them. Then let's make a deal. And if this deal doesn't go good, he's gonna go back to cursing, I'm guessing, and then he's gonna say he's gonna blow them up too. Right now, you guys, if you're in America, whoever has some power, try to impeach this guy, man. Need to try to impeach this fella, right? You need to impeach this guy, man, before he gets worse. As I speak now, there's some things going on. Guaranteed. As I speak now, there's some shit going on. I know they got that whole space, like I said earlier in the pod, distraction. I know they got that whole UFO alien shit distraction. Like I told you, this is Project Bluebeam. This is part of it, right? I should remind people all of these things are part of Project Bluebeam. Like, the pillars. So soon you're gonna hear something out of this world happen. That would shake shit up. That would really distract people. Something a little bit different out of this world happen. And when it happens, I'll be back on here and let's see the reaction. Remember what I'm saying. They're gonna have something out of this world, maybe not too big, but something where it's gonna be like, wow, oh shit. All right. So this war so far, it's like nothing too much. Who cares? That's how it's going. The energy. I'm telling you guys from now. It's like how the Ukrainian shit and the Russian shit, how it simmered down. Similar now with this. It's like, hmm, they're fighting, but something big. They still need something big because every time when something simmers down, it's not good because the dirty shit like the Epstein files will start to rise up again. So what I'm seeing right now, the Epstein stuff is rising up a little bit more. It's starting to get pushed back again. The algorithm, the Epstein stuff. So what else will they put as a real hardcore shit to knock out the Epstein stuff? We might say the war, but the war, he has 2 weeks ceasefire. The claim is supposed to be good for 2 weeks. I'm not gonna go by that because we've seen the bull crap afterwards. Claiming it's gonna be a ceasefire because they're making a deal. No, I'm calling it already. It's bull crap. There's no deal really what's serious. Got to go, man. Keep much respect, man. Much respect. There's no deal, man. He says there's a deal. They're making a deal. What deal? What's the deal? And then he's not even giving full detail what the deal is. He's not telling you what the deal is fully. But you got to do your research. I know the deal. The deal is basically to leave Iran alone as long as they open the Strait of Hormuz. That's the deal. China and Pakistan talk to America and saying, leave their shit alone. And as long as they open that stuff for us and you guys maybe could work out something, just leave their power shit alone. And just as long as they open it up, leave their stuff. So that means by them opening it, that's how they're telling you, this is what I'm giving you. By them opening the strat is basically saying what America or Trump's not telling people clearly, that as long as they open it up, we're not bothering with Iran anymore. We're not going to bother with trying to change their regime. They open up the strat. It's allowing things to go happen. So we're not going to bother with Iran anymore to like bomb them anymore. Because that's the deal they made with China and Pakistan, not to bomb their power plants in return for the strat to be open. If anybody clarified that for people. So that leaves Iran intact. It means that Iran, the regime, is not getting taken out. That's what it means. If you don't understand now, you understand now. People, bring up the likes. Please subscribe if you can. Yeah, that's what it means. It means they will leave the regime where he was bad mouthing and what they took out the leader. He'll just leave them as long as they open up the strat. He doesn't care about the people. He didn't say stop doing this to your people or stop doing that. All he's saying, open up the damn strat. And then Donald Trump turned on the people and saying, or everybody who's Iranian, and said, we'll eliminate your civilization. He's the one who said that. All right? We'll eliminate everybody. So he started to include every single person in Iran. That he basically unalive all 90, what, 92, 93 I'm hearing, million. He'll unalive all of them. So now there's a deal. Made a deal. What do you guys think, people? People, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. What do you think about the deal? People, at this point, I think people don't give a damn. They don't care. And you know what? It's working. I seen the machine, how it's working. He's doing it, and it's going to be hard because there's a lot of platforms. He's hoping it dies down the interest of what he's doing with America and the military now. The ceasefire he put out there because he kind of wants to make it. He's hoping it dies down and Americans don't care. It's kind of working though. It is working. That's why he put out all these other stories. It is working. So no one will rebel against the war or what he's doing overseas. And like we said, meanwhile he's doing something overseas, he's doing something somewhere else. So he wants this to die down. The same way he wanted the ice to die down, or he done the ice dying down in where it's called Minnesota. That's what he's doing. He's trying to do the same shit now. Let's make a deal. That's the episode, people. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. We're on Down to Earth Network, Spotify, Down to Earth Network, on Instagram. You could check us on Instagram too, Down to Earth Network. And we're on iHeartRadio, um, everywhere, all the podcast platforms you could think of, people. Like I'm saying, right now, the most viral stuff on the internet in connection with this whole war stuff is to filter out this. I think what Donald Trump wants to do for the last couple of weeks is run away. He wants to retreat. That's why they said he's waving the white flag. They made fun of Donald Trump a couple of times. Waving the white flag. That's why I have him wearing that white suit, right? Because he's waving the white flag. He's a loser. He lost. Sorry. Sorry. You lost. You lost. You lost, Donald Trump. You have lost a lot, putting the American people in debt, putting the world, trying to make the world, you're trying to go after the whole world with these terrorists. You want everybody to listen to you and you want to punish people. Tuesday's another hit. You saying Taco Tuesday is another hit? Much respect, Prince Cashew out. What's the update? If you know any updates, let me know because every day there, every minute, every hour, there's an update. But the latest thing is let's make a deal. The latest thing is from this guy saying he's making deals now again. Like he's always making these deals, and for like I'm saying, is what's wrong? No one can take you can't take this guy serious anymore. I already called him, pulled his card, called him out. I said, "Yo, I'm making fun of it. That yeah, well, how much more deals?" Saying you're gonna bomb them to hell. All these threats. This man has a whole Bible of threats, right? A whole Bible of threats he's put down on the regime, so much that he got desperate the other day, threatening all the people, threatening all the people of Iran because he's not getting his way. Think of it. The man was threatening all the people because he's not getting his way. He's not even thinking. It's like, is he when he's talking? Is he thinking or he's not thinking? I'm betting he's not thinking. Some people are gonna say, "Oh, he just doesn't care," but to say that and not analyze what he's saying that you're gonna destroy them, their civilization, all Iranians, not the Revolutionary Guard, meaning you want to kill, you want to unalive all of them, whatever it takes. You don't care. We should be happy there was a ceasefire. You know the funny thing? Obama stolen my bike. You know the funny thing? He said he didn't believe in no ceasefires. He said he doesn't believe in no ceasefires. That was Donald Trump. He was the promoter of that. He said, "What?" This was weeks ago, if not a month or more. He said no ceasefire. He doesn't believe in that system. Now, how come all of a sudden there's a ceasefire? I find that funny. Iranians are mocking and laughing at him. Yeah, they are. They're making AI videos. You're right. They're mocking him and making AI videos. It's funny, hip hop videos too. It's fun. It's like they know the algorithm of America. They use they use these Lego characters, and they're using like hip hop rap music and showing how they're like getting rid of Trump. It's yes, people are allowed to change their minds. It's true, and obviously a lot of people who were for Trump, they changed their minds. A lot of people changed their minds who was for Trump. Obviously, that happened. They changed their minds. Do you see a revolution in America right now? Meanwhile, he wants to make a deal. Is he making a deal for Americans? Is he making deals for Americans to live a better life? Is he making deals to help poor families in America? Is he making deals to help the healthcare more in America? He's steady focused in making deals with Iran more than Americans, right? Trump's unpredictable, but he gets the job done. Let's see. After feeling stupid, I guess. Yeah, he feels stupid. So you're saying he gets the job done, Obama? He doesn't even like. See, the name you pick, he doesn't even like Obama. He wants to. Oh, that's the story. What's coming up? And call it a conspiracy. And this is Trump, because Trump's been on his ass. There's rumor. Good thing you came in, Obama or whatever. Trump, I don't know if this is true, fully fact, but there's an investigation all of a sudden. This investigation is important that they're trying to link Obama. Once again, that's coming up to election, like screwing around with his election, Donald Trump's election. I don't know if it's the first one or the second one, not really sure, but he wants to lock Obama up. They're saying they're going to arrest Obama. Imagine that. He wants to make history. I think that's a big distraction. I think that may happen. People might say no. Is it possible that Trump will get a president arrested? He was trying with Hillary and Bill. So is it possible he could get Obama? Imagine he gets the FBI to go to where Obama lives, and you see this on the news. Breaking news: ex president arrested for uh, whatever election, whatever interference or whatever. That's what Trump wants. He wants Obama locked up. He mentioned that so much times. Trump got all your prescription drug costs down. Did he get drug costs down? Not mine. Uh-uh. Eddie Too Cool hasn't got my prescription. He got people's prescription drug costs down. So he made some deals there, right? He came through with that. He came through with that. Yes, as part of the distraction. Don't see it happening. Trump talks a lot. Yeah, I see it. He's the super talker. But you know what? Look what he has. Truth Social. He got the Truth Social. So he's telling you the truth through the social media. So that's why he talks a lot. He wants to talk a lot. He wants this all to be history, right? A vote he won. That's why he couldn't go after Hillary in 2016. What didn't he do? No, I voted for him, but I can't agree. He talks out of his ass. At least I respect that. I respect what he's saying. That you voted for him, and that's an honest opinion. That's to show you not all people who voted for Trump supports all his actions fully, because he's saying that he talks out of his. You agree? He talks out of his ass sometimes. Yes, and he is serious sometimes too. That's another thing. As much as he talks out of his, like you're saying, right? But he does do things and puts it in force, because a lot of people thought he wouldn't go to South America. A lot of people thought that he would not go to Venezuela, and no one ever attempted to do that as a president, bring that type of force in a long time to South America, and that is Donald Trump. People, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It's the Down to Earth Network, the Down to Earth podcast with your host, Sean Myrie. People, please bring up the likes if you can to the network. We got many episodes, many episodes on the channel. And I think it's about my time to be out. Thanks for everybody that joined the chat. I'm out.